Hello, I'm Glenn Willis, Director of Cyber Technology at Callis Group. I'm here with two of our wonderful privacy consultants, Arthur Mansourian and AJ Prasad. We have planned for you a series of topics to talk through here that we hope you all find helpful in understanding ways to set up for success with your privacy programs.
AJ, let's talk about privacy governance and accountability. We've touched on this a little bit across a couple of the earlier themes. But again, this kind of goes back to supporting the organization and hitting the right outcomes and results, right? The top of the list is protect the company, right, with its reputation from regulatory action and those things. But there are other, types of goals that are embedded in that program too. Give me the 2, 3, 4 kind of things, how to set up for success. You guys are full-fledged privacy professionals. It's about a third of my space maybe currently, so that's why I'm leaning on your expertise here. But I think simplicity, clarity, transparency, borrowing some of the words that you guys have already used in other segments, really is what an organization is looking for. Sending out to everybody in the company a 60-page privacy policy is not going to kind of get everybody where you need to be. What are some smart, pragmatic things that can be done to start heading in a really, really good, helpful direction in this area?
Great question, Glenn. I think in governance overall, governance is a word that you're seeing more and more now. Even in the recent cybersecurity framework where they updated to version 2.0, they added this new section for governance, and if you were to look at an image, governance kind of encapsulates all other parts of that framework. I think in privacy it's exactly the same, or in any other framework that you're dealing with is exactly the same. In privacy governance, I think if you were looking for the top 3 things to do, it would be number 1, you need to assign roles. You need to assign roles to who will lead privacy in the organization. Everyone needs to know who that person is so that they can turn to that person for advice. That person is then going to do number 2, which is develop training. They need to develop training for all people under your umbrella so they understand what their roles are in a privacy organization or in a privacy following organization. And then the third would be you need policies in place. You need to have privacy policies in place where someone doesn't need to read a 60-page report. I agree. What they need to read is 1 or 2 sentences that really explains what their role is in the organization when it comes to privacy. And then you also need to know what happens when there's a breach of privacy. What occurs within the company to fix that? So we're not talking about an audit, an external audit, or a fine. We're speaking about internally, what can we do when we see a problem? If my coworker is doing something that he shouldn't be doing, what is the next step? Folks should know exactly what to do. And I think that doesn't exist unless there's some sort of governance structure in place. Typically what happens is if there's no structure in place, then things get brushed off. You throw it over your shoulder and you forget about it. When there's a structure in place and there's a privacy incident, as small as it may be, it can just trigger maybe a new training, right? This is something that I saw within my team, and I just wanted to bring it to light. So you speak to that person in charge of privacy. That person then looks at that scenario, designs a training around that scenario to avoid that issue from happening in other parts of the business. So I think it's assigning the governance person, the person in charge of the entire program, them creating some policies and creating some trainings for every individual who's required to know something about privacy within the organization.